Welcome back to Seahawks Central Sports. Ladies golf, the Aquahawks, and the women's basketball have been heating up. We have many stories to share with you all, so as always, I'm Payton Goodwin.
And I'm Gabi Fontenot, filling in for Betty Aguirre, and we have a lot to cover this week. So let's get started, Seahawks. This past weekend, women's golf played in the Ruth's Chris Tar Heel Invitational in Chapel Hill. Individually, senior Kayla Thompson tied for 55th place after she ended the tournament with a 5 over par 77. During the final round, the Seahawks carried a 299 team score, closing out the tournament in 17th place out of 18 teams.
Most of the teams from this weekend, like Duke, Wake Forest, and Chapel Hill, will also be at the Landfall Tradition on October 27th through the 29th right here in Wilmington. The men's golf team also in action this weekend, competing in Tennessee. As a team, UNCW held their own against renowned ACC and SCC opponents, landing in the middle of the pack in the 7th spot out of 15 schools.
Rising 10 spots on the final day, Patrick Cover got his first top 5 finish of the season, shooting 10 under to earn 4th place overall. Senior Thomas Eldridge wasn't far behind in the 12th spot, shooting a 73 in the final round. Seahawks Central Sports had the opportunity to sit and talk with Patrick Cover about their finish in Tennessee this past weekend.
Recently, more towards this year and maybe a little bit of last year, I've actually figured out how to have some motivation to play for the team rather than just for myself. And it's more so just picking up on surroundings. You're not necessarily playing with your teammates, but you have some teammates either in front of you or behind you, and you can see their actions, you can see some of their shots, see what they're doing. So if you see a bad shot or a bad reaction come out of a player in front or behind you, it kind of gives a little motivation just to play for the team, not for yourself. Try to make up for what your teammate, for the mistake that he just made. You know, I've never had 3 eagles in a round like I did the last round in Tennessee. And that was pretty cool. My playing partners were making comments about that, and that was kind of the word around the course after the round. I walked up to one of my friends who plays for Virginia Tech, and his teammate had already told him that I did, so that was cool.
The Aquahawks were back in the Nat. Jourdan is in studio with the scoop.
The Aquahawks got back on track in their second meet of the season against Old Dominion, dominating both the pool and in the diving boards. The women's team beat the Monarchs 192-108, and the men's won 182-117. Kira Schimmel led the ladies, tallying the wins in a 200 freestyle and 500 freestyle. On the diving side of the pool, the Hawks completed a clean sweep, winning all diving events with Seth Odia leading the men and Bree Ulrich and Addison Lowe leading the women. The Aquahawks will travel to their first away meet against Catawba on October 20th. Gabi and Payton, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jourdan. Basketball tip-off dinner? Check. First practice? Check. Men's basketball media day was a couple weeks ago, and this week was the ladies' turn. Sarah was in Trask Coliseum from Women's Basketball Media Day and their first open practice. Check it out, Seahawks.
For the past 3 seasons under previous coach Adele Harris, UNCW women's basketball has been consistently at the bottom of the ranks. This year's preseason poll proves no differently, with the Lady Hawks sitting at 7th out of 9 teams in the CAA. Senior Madison Rocky knows that they have something to prove.
I mean, for the past seasons, we haven't had the best seasons. So, I mean, it's kind of a given that we're going to be down low, but we hope to be able to change that in the atmosphere that we've been with Coach Barefoot. I think we have the possibility to do that.
How so? Like, what have you been working on? Or
well, we're putting in new plays, it's a completely different system. You know, we're used to doing things under Coach Harris, and now it's a 360 change.
Although early in her new position as head coach, Coach Karen Barefoot is already starting to turn this team around. From a new offense to new recruits and even a boost in community service efforts, players consistently describe her as bringing a high energy to this team.
Her high energy and like her positive talk and like her confidence, and that's really what got to me, like her talking to me basically.
I think a lot of it is the energy in the gym. I know that was something that she was really big on when she came in, is that she wanted us all more energetic, don't really get down on ourselves as much, you know, make a mistake, keep moving. And that's her philosophy, and that's something that we're really trying to transition to a more, you know, positive atmosphere.
The ultimate goal is to win the CAA championship. I mean, they've never won a CAA championship for the women's basketball program, and then also they haven't been to postseason play. So that's like what I think we all want to do, not just myself.
Women's hoops start their season at home on Sunday, October 29th in an exhibition matchup against Greensboro College at 2 p.m. From Trask Coliseum, this is Sarah Tamer for Seahawks Central Sports.
Seahawks, there is reason to be excited because Midnight Madness is this Friday. Kicking off with volleyball at 7 p.m. in Trask Coliseum, So be sure to check it out, and don't forget to check for updates on our Twitter page at TealTV_sports.
Midnight Madness is definitely a sight to see. Your 2017-18 men's and women's basketball teams will be introduced, along with dancing performances and a dunk competition. You don't want to miss it.
Well, that'll about do it for another episode of Seahawks Central Sports. I'm Gabby Fontenelle.
And I'm Payton Goodwin. Remember to check us out on Facebook and YouTube at UNCW TealTV. Have a wonderful weekend, and remember,
Be real and keep it teal.
Be real and keep it. Wait. Be real and keep it teal.
Perfect.
Be real and keep it trill.
Keep it teal.
Oh.
That's even better.
Be real. Wait. Oh yeah. Be real and keep it till. Oh, let me do that over. Be real and keep it till. You know how it feels.